Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading for April. Let's jump in and see what April has in store for you. Messages for Aquarius for the month of April. I hope you all are doing okay. Messages for Aquarius for April, please. Okay, we have a couple here. I have time to lighten up. You may be taking life a little too seriously, as well as spiritual growth. You are currently experiencing, a lesson required for your spiritual growth. Okay, so this may be a little bit of a lesson for your own growth and well-being, where you're leveling up in some lessons about, maybe being a little bit in control of things. Maybe it makes you, feel safe and secure when you're in control of how things happen, when they happen, and why they happen, and in what way. Okay, so what they're asking you to do here is to, not take life so seriously. This can also be an energy of a workaholic, which means that you are not really in balance with your, work life and your personal life. And maybe it's time for you to really lighten up and implement some joy into your life. Okay, so this is the lesson that you're learning here. Okay, for your own soul growth and life experience, you need to maybe insert a little more fun and joy into your life and passion. Okay, it's okay to work hard and hustle hard and achieve the things that you want to achieve, but you also need to be able to have time to enjoy them. Okay, so if you're working hard and you're working all hours of the day to afford that expensive car or house, what good is it when you're never home to use it? Okay, so let's see here. We have reflection and overthinking. Okay, again, need to lighten up just a little bit here, Aquarius. It might be a time where you're really just, like I said, it seems like you're really goal oriented. It seems like whatever's happening here, you're very focused on, working, achieving something. Maybe you started a business of your own and you're needing to put in long hours and it's requiring a lot of you. Maybe you're just trying to take it so seriously because all you can focus on is, hey, money's not coming in. I need to have this done by that time or else I can't keep doing this. And you're constantly worrying and stressing about, what the end results will be. But what they're asking you to do is kind of take a step back and really just kind of do it for the love of it again. Okay. Find the love and the joy in whatever it is that you're doing. Make sure that you balance out your personal and your, work life, whatever it may be. Okay. I have the sun coming out here, Aquarius. So it looks like things are looking very positive for you. So maybe you're not exactly seeing it this way right now. You're seeing it as, I need to take life very seriously. And, if I don't work, how will I pay the bills? How will I, save up for that house or that vacation I want to take? If I don't do it, someone else, who will. So it could be all of these things that maybe you're buying into and overthinking, Aquarius. But the reality is you really more efforting doesn't really get you farther as though it's as you think. Okay. So really what happens is when we have a nice balance between action and flow. Okay. And so what you're being asked to do here is exactly that. Find that balance. Let's take a look further into this, Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. I have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Okay, so whatever it is that you're pursuing, you obviously feel is a worthy cause to be putting time and energy into. Okay, so this may be what's driving you. Okay, you may be standing up for something. Maybe you're a lawyer. Maybe you work for a humanitarian cause, and you're saying, if I don't put forth this effort, if I don't stay here all hours, if I don't respond to phone calls every night, all night, and have my ringer on, who's going to help these people, or who's going to do this, or, how will this ever get done? Or if I don't do it myself, it'll never get done. Whatever it is, Aquarius, apply this in the way that, it's relevant to you. This can also be relevant across all spectrums of your life at this time, whether it be relationships, family and kids, or work, or, leisure time, or whatever it may be, even volunteering. Whatever it is, there's something clearly out of balance here that you're just taking a little too seriously, and you need to relax and have a little more fun in the situation, okay? Let's take a look at the overall energy for Aquarius, please, for April. Overall energy, please. Okay, I have the 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles that is coming out here in your overall energy, Aquarius. And this is telling me again that, maybe you are trying to help people, or maybe you're trying to put some money aside and build up a savings. Maybe you've come on some hard times in the recent past and you never want to experience that again. And so you're really putting in a lot of time and energy to avoid another situation where you had a financial struggle before. Whatever this is, it's saying that there's an energy here that desperately needs to be balanced out, okay? And that maybe you're striving hard to avoid this situation from the past or this situation that you think may happen if you let off the gas a little bit, okay? Let's take a look at the recent past, Aquarius. The recent past here is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks like there was an opportunity here. Like, again, apply it wherever it belongs. But with the Ace of Pentacles, it's telling me that maybe something very significant came your way, an opportunity of some kind that you kind of took hold of, and now you're running with it. But you feel like you need to constantly put time and energy into this in order for it to succeed. This can be a new job offer that you received, and now you're starting that new career. This could be a new business that you started and ventured out on your own. This could be, anything, Aquarius. So whatever it is you were presented with a little bit of a new opportunity that you saw and you took and you grabbed and you ran with it. But the problem is that maybe you're, running a little too far, a little too fast, a little too long in this situation, and you need to lighten up a little bit for the energy to flow for itself, okay? Believe it or not, less efforting actually reaps more rewards, okay? It helps us to unblock the energy and allow things to play out for us in our favor, okay? Let's take a look at the present energy. I have the 10 of Wands. Again, this is an energy that is just the weight of the world on your back. Okay, Aquarius. So it's showing here in your energy that whatever opportunity came up, whether it be a new job or not, you really took it seriously. This, was some kind of opportunity that you felt was really great. You felt maybe really lucky to have it, whatever it may be. And so then you just put a lot of time and energy into it. This can also, again, be in a family dynamic or a relationship dynamic where you find that you're carrying most of the weight. This could be the financial weight and burden of the dynamic or family, or this can even be the responsibilities. Sometimes, we take on more than the other partner and they don't even realize that we're struggling. So it's up to us to really voice those things in whatever situation this is, even at work, to say, hey, I don't mind taking on a lot of responsibility. I'm very capable and willing to help out here, but it's getting to a point where it's detrimental to me. How can we find a way to lighten the load for me? Okay. So in this 10 of Wands energy, you are closing out this cycle where you've been overburdened, okay? Or you need to close it out. Let's take a look at the near future for Aquarius, please, for April. Near future. I have the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is, again, focusing on that foundation and stability, but focusing on it in a way that is conducive to something that is emotionally fulfilling to you. With the 3 of Cups here, it's saying there is help, and it's up to you to really, implement that. This may even be a time where you may need to step back and take a little bit of a break and allow things to just kind of stabilize on their own with the 4 of Wands. Okay, this can even be indicative of the fact that, you have other people that are there to love and support you and help you in this dynamic. Like I said, this can even be a family dynamic in a home where you're taking on a lot of this burden for all of these people that you love and care for, but it's really wreaking havoc on you. And so it's saying that though there's stability here, it's not going to get lost just because you maybe put some responsibilities and give out some things to other people, like say your kids. If maybe you do all of the house cleaning, well, look at their ages. Maybe there's some things that they can do to pitch in. Maybe your partner, maybe you cook because you're a really good cook, but your partner might be able to cook, even if it's just putting a frozen pizza in the oven or cooking a grilled cheese. Whatever it is, it's really up to you to know that you can delegate some of these responsibilities to other people. You don't have to do it all. This really isn't a competition, and it's not even one that you're going to get rewarded or acknowledged for, okay? So they're asking you to seek and find and implement that balance in your life, Aquarius, okay? So that you can regain that sense of foundation within those situations and relationships. Let's get some advice for the month of April for you, Aquarius. Advice. I have the 4 of Pentacles coming out here again. This is just kind of taking your energy back. This is an energy where it's saying, hey, you know what? You need to protect yourself. You need to set up healthy boundaries and kind of bring your energy back in where it belongs so that you can kind of like sort your way through what needs to happen here. What exactly is burdening you and what is not, and what can you do about it? So what they're advising you to do here is to kind of take back your energy for a time and be very guarded, very protective of it. Hold it to value. Only do what feels good to you, and don't be afraid to say no. If it doesn't feel good, it's a no. Okay, so that's how you guard your energy for a time until you can get more clear on what's happening here and what you want to do about it. Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at what's hidden, maybe what you don't see, so that I can help you to find some clarity on the situation. What's hidden? Oops, sorry, I thought something came out. What's hidden, please? Okay, I have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so what's hidden here again is a need for serious evaluation. What is proving to be beneficial for the time and energy that you're putting in, and what is not? Okay, so again, this goes back to what I was explaining before, and in your advice, it's saying, you know, maybe you can delegate some of these responsibilities to other people that are in your realm. Okay, whether it's other coworkers or friends or relatives or, you know, children or a partner, whatever it is, there may be a need to delegate and offload some of these responsibilities. Or if there's no one else to delegate them to, then maybe you need to really analyze closely what is important, what's not, and really choose very wisely what you're going to put your time and energy into, because it's the most precious and valuable asset that you have and ever will have is your time, your energy, your mind space. So take note of that and just be really careful to evaluate these things, and don't be afraid to say no. It is a full sentence. Okay. So let's take a look at what you don't see coming in the month of April, Aquarius. What don't they see coming in April? What don't they see coming? I have temperance here. So we don't see coming here in the month of April, Aquarius, is that things will begin to get better. The more that take time to bring your energy into yourself, reevaluate what's important and what's, worth your time and energy, and then reorganize things to be conducive to that, to serving of you versus you over giving to, it. And so things will begin to balance out. You need to have a little bit of kindness and grace and patience with yourself. But here it is just saying that you really need to be honest and truthful with not only yourself, but maybe others that are in this situation that are negatively affecting you, and likely unknowingly. Okay. Most of the time, people don't even know that this is happening. They're just kind of going along with their day too. So they're not really meaning to bring harm. So maybe if you're approaching these people and trying to delegate some of these responsibilities out, just be kind and compassionate with them as well. Okay. That may not be what you think it is where they're intentionally doing this. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I have the King of Swords. Again, this is being very, very clear on what you want, what you don't want, and protecting your time and your energy with that, being very, very honest in what you want and what you don't want, and how other people can help relieve that burden for you. So, Aquarius, I hope you found this reading to be helpful. And until I see you again, take care.